Welcome to the High-Tech Investments News Report for Week 42. The news report covers some of the many investments projects High-Tech Investments is currently involved in so you can follow our progress. We hope you will enjoy this news feed and look forward to your comments and remarks.
Hi, Bo here, and welcome back to this week's news report, where we have now gathered up a couple of things since we have been away for a few weeks. So obviously things have happened. We're going to have a closer look at it, not just last week, but the last couple of weeks here, to see exactly how things have developed, what has actually gone up, what has gone down. We are also going to talk about one of the new robots that obviously Expert Forex have released, which has been now a while back, and obviously we are testing it. We haven't really published anything yet, but this is going to be the first time you're going to see some of our results, also based on the FTMO side of things, where we are hoping we can basically make a nice little dent in some profits in the future on the FTMO side, but it's still early to tell. We are in the testing mode and we haven't really sent any signals out so far on the coupling service, apart from what we already have there. So let's get started, and let's just go through a couple of the things that we have mentioned to you in the last news report, but it is a couple of weeks ago. Some of the key highlights that was actually highlighted by Steve, the CEO here of Yield Notes. Again here, the NFT claim deadline extension that was now extended until the end of the year. It is not an obligatory one still. We have to remind everybody of that. But they are recommending that you consider the opportunities and the extra potential benefits that might be in there. And it also shows you exactly how to claim. There is a link here for the yieldnotes.com NFT, and you can go and have a closer look at that. The other part here is the NFT profit potential. Again, NFTs is anticipated to offer significant profit advantages in the future, especially once the Decenomy economy zone is activated. And then Yield Notes once again strongly recommend also to go into this particular opportunity. But again, we will have to wait and see what's going to happen in the future here with Yield Notes. But again, we are looking at first quarter of 2024, most probably. And you can find more details within the Yield Notes NFT table of contents. Also here again shows you what is NFTs, the basic frequently asked questions, tutorial, community videos, how you can claim your personal Yield Notes NFT, or even how you can buy your NFTs. It is all entirely up to you. If you want to go in and do that, as we mentioned again, you don't actually have to do anything at all. Now, Yield Notes also came out about a month ago here and told us, all the members in here, they wanted to do an audit in order for the transparency to be a bit better. A lot of people have obviously wondered what is happening. The whole idea here is they want to schedule an audit of the Yield Notes activities for the past year, and basically it will focus on staking and masternoding. Again, talking about one of the big four auditing firms that they want to get in, so either Deloitte, Ernst & Young, KPMG or PwC, to do that particular task. And the second part they also mention in here is the no penalty for the no claim. So if you choose not to claim the NFT, then again there will be no associated fee. That fee has basically been waived now. So even though you might be missing out on specific benefits tied to the NFT, there will be no financial penalties in here. And you can obviously find a lot more details on the breakdown, exactly how it is. The video update is also in the video description here below. Now, a lot of things has happened on the Decenomy side and also some of the Decenomy coins. We mentioned here that I host MN also on the shared masternoding, not on the full masternode, but on the shared masternoding that we have been working with. And on that platform here for the past couple of years, basically all of them went to zero. The money went back into our wallets. You had to set up a secondary wallet back then to make sure that things were okay in case they shut down. It has been done so, and that's also why you will now see, if you go in and have a look at some of your coins, it will basically tell you your deposits are currently disabled, and then data should have been gone back to your original wallet in here, where you can then do whatever you want with them here. What we have done and what we are showing you here today is we have taken our SAP wallet. We haven't really used that for quite a few years. First time we set it up was back in July 2021. As you can see, there's not many entries here at all. We put a bit in staking and a bit in iHost MN site at the time. The staking didn't work very well. We got about 20 SAPs 2 times in here, and then we decided it was a lot better to go on the iHost MM website. Now since then, obviously we don't have that option anymore, so we decided, okay, let's go back and stake some of the SAP. We had about 16,000 in here, and as you can see, it's going quite well already. The first staking profits we got was on the 16th of October, and then it has come in every single 2 days with 280 SAP. So that is actually quite high compared to what we have expected. Let's see if that's going to continue. Still very much early days here with only 3 entries so far. Now we also tried this with the PNY, and we actually started it off at the same time. We never really used the PNY account for anything apart from as a backup. When the iHost MN basically site was down, things were transferred over, as you can see here. We also set this up for the staking, and it didn't come in every 2 days here either. We did actually get a notification that some money was coming in. It wasn't confirmed. We played around with our wallet, and we might have screwed things up slightly. So we're hoping either later in the week or next week that we're going to see some profit coming in again. So we don't exactly know how big they are at the moment, but obviously you can follow the news report, and then we will show you next week. If we have a quick look also on what is happening with Bitcoin versus USDT, we're actually going back on the all the way to beginning of October. And we can see that when we left it last time, it was down at the red circle. So we are looking at 26,500. Since then, it was a movement up past 28,400, then dropped down again to pretty much the same level. That was on the 13, 12 and 13 here. Since then it has been on the rise and basically broken into the 30,000 mark once again. It's going to be interesting to see if that can actually continue this time around, or once again that this will be the resistance zone where we're going to see some heavy retracements going on. If we have a look at BNB versus the USD, haven't really developed in the same manner over the past month, and also here we are starting in October. The red circle here was basically where we left it off last time, so around 211, 212 BNB versus USD. It was also dropping similar to Bitcoin, and since then it also had some spikes, so BNB went all the way down to about 202. Since then it has gone high also up to 222, but only for a short period of time. Currently trading at around 214, and basically it is in a small upwards trend, but again it looks like also here that it is running into a couple of issues on the resistant levels. Switching over to the Trillant platform, not much has changed on the Trillant platform since we were gone last time. One of the important note was basically activating your add-on packages and how that works, and you can see that on the screen here also, showing you this is the additional way of helping out the Trillant membership in here. We haven't done this particular one so far. We might do that in a month or two, just to show you also exactly how that works, but we had enough money in here already that we wanted to see something come out before we started with this, but obviously things might change. Now, one of the things that the Trillant platform here is going through is the affiliate setup that was actually built in. We had an affiliate program already, and now there's an additional one. When it comes to the affiliate commission, there's also a few people that gets a bit confused. But the affiliate commission, as it writes in here, these remain unchanged. If you're already affiliate or you are considered becoming one, rest assured that nothing has changed in the commission rate you are familiar with. And then see the chart at the bottom for the exact rates. We're going to show you that in a second. And then you have the new section here, the direct commission with the add-on. We have recently introduced direct commission with the add-on, which means that qualified partners can receive a direct commission in addition to the existing commission If they meet the appropriate criteria, the direct commission is distributed in addition to the current affiliate commission. So it's actually an add-on. So if you don't want to go in it, similar to us, you're not really going to lose out on anything. The affiliate partner program looks like this. And again, the compensation is based on the level percentage of the generated profit. Don't forget, generated profit, not what people are actually putting in on the platform, for each of the referrals, Trillant staking contracts. So again, on level 1, it is 10%. On level 2 and 3, it is 5%. It is as simple as that. But again, there has been some additional things when it comes also to some of the new sections up here. And again, the Trillant membership and the management in here has come back and just provided a few more details, saying for a new investment of 5,200 that you either deposit in Bitcoin or Litecoin, because you have to basically use the money from outside the platform in order to do the add-on. 5 times will be released in 52 weeks of the Trill external, though you will receive an additional 500 Trill external free each week. No commission can be paid to affiliates for this free up capital. In summary, from your add-on contributing of $5,200, you'll receive 50 Trill external staking profit weekly. Out of this, you will get the 10% affiliate commission on the first level and 5% on either second and third level, which will be commissioned, but not from your 550 Trill, but only from the 50 again. So obviously, very important thing just to note. Now, if you have a look still at the Trill also here and how exactly it has been moving on coinstore.com lately, the red circle over on the left side here is basically where we left it. So at 0.00025552, and since then things have been going downwards again here once more, down to about 0.0002364. So definitely not going in the right direction still. Despite the changes in the add-ons, you would have thought maybe that would have been an increase on the coins, but so far we haven't seen that happen. Now, if we go over to one of our trading EAs, the Money 3, what we have done here is actually just showing you what has happened in the past week. So week 39 is the last one, where we showed you we only had about $18 on both the low, medium, and high risk. Since then, week 40 started to basically ramp up again. And don't forget that the low risk has more currencies in here, but a lower value basically on the lot size, where the medium high risk running with less accounts, but a higher lot size. And that's why you see some of the differences here. Other times you'll see it to be exactly the same. So low risk again in the $100 mark, or 2 or 3% for the week 40. Then week 41, again, low risk did extremely well with $235 at 3.6%, while the medium and high risk only made about 1.4 to 1.7%, so not impressive. And now here for week 42, all of it is extremely low, not really much trading in here, $28 for the low risk, and roughly $18 or 0.4 or 0.5% for the Money 3 on week 42. Let's hope things are picking up a bit again. So definitely there should be more to come. More to come is also on the profit retriever. Again here in the same fashion, week 39 is the last one we had to show you. So for the weekly news report, and we did pretty okay. Overall was $2,587 or 5.2%. Since then, things have been looking up. Don't forget that we had a very slow August. Even September most of the time was also a bit low. Now things are moving forward again. Went up to $2,741 for week 40 or 5.5%. Week 41 was even better with $3,020 or 6.0%. And now for week 42 we are a bit lower again, but this time around, so we made $2,530 or 5.1%. So again, a lot of it seems to be coming in. It is fairly stable. Now, if we have a look at the overall portfolio that we have in here, we have a bit of a surprise this week around. But first of all, let's have a look at the weekly returns, 2%, monthly returns, 8.6%. And then the history overall, 582 days. Now you can see on the graph itself that we have a bit of a nick down, and that is basically one of the accounts has actually entered into a margin call in here. I'm going to show you exactly how that could have happened. But obviously we know that this would happen from time to time. But the account that we basically have incurred this on, it has blown in the past, and that was back in April, where we saw only about $10,000 for that particular month, and that's the last time we actually had a blown account. So this is now 6 months with no blown accounts, only profits coming in, and that's why, again, we know the system is working. Even this will happen from time to time, but then again, do you want to count this particular account? Because this was a bit of a test account. It was actually running an alternate strategy, and I'll show you that in a second here. But when we look back on September, we can see 12,000 was made, $12,040 to be precise. October was looking pretty okay already before we had this particular crash. We were up by 12,000 when I looked just before the weekend here. And then obviously we lost about 6,000 on that particular account in here. So the profit at the moment is all the way down to only 6,000. Bit disappointing, but then again, when you look at all the other numbers, how well the entire portfolio have done, then definitely there's enough to go around to still be profitable. Now this is the New Zealand Swiss francs, and as you can see, there's a clear trend going down, and the profit retriever basically set in a buy. It went in the wrong direction. Why you don't see a lot of green markers all the way down is because it has received the margin call, basically closing in the trades, so they disappear. But you can see all the blue dots on the screen here, basically being entered, and then at the end of the day it runs out of margin. And at the moment the margin level is about 72.41%. You can see that at the bottom on the screen. Part of the balance is still here, so roughly around 7,000, and equity is currently set at $1,400. Obviously not the best way of going about it. But if you have a look at the size in here, so we can see that it's actually an increased size, which is normally something we're not using. But this particular New Zealand Swiss francs, this is the one that also crashed back in April. And we decided, okay, we're going to try and do an alternate strategy for this particular one to see how that works out. And obviously we have our answer now. But if we have a closer look and see exactly how fast this happened, you can see it has been profitable for most of the time. We did have a bit of a drawdown when, again, we put in a sell here recently, and it went against us. Then it came back in again in early October, started to trade okay, and then very, very quickly it basically dropped. As soon as we set the first buy in here, it basically dropped all the way down to 0.51954, where we left it here on Friday evening. So obviously not the best way of for the profit retriever to go in, but it just shows us once more that some of these alternate strategies should not be used, and obviously this is the only one that has that type. So clearly not the way to go by it. You can see the lot sizing went all the way up to 0.46, and there's even more lot sizing to have a look at if you go on our FX Blue, but we will basically remove this one here later on. You can still on our website find individual portfolio or individual signals, as you have here below, for gold, silver, Great British pounds, USD, and CAD Swiss francs. And also here in the middle of the screen you have the profit retriever portfolio overview. You even have to you can go and have a look at the FTMO $200,000 portfolio trading that we are also running. So there is still plenty of opportunities to have a look at our signals in here. Now, one of the videos that we also have stopped was our top 10 results on the profit retriever, where we are looking 4 weeks back. The last one we actually did was for week 39, and that was again where we made over the last 4 weeks, where we did the review, about $10,000. These ones here we're also going to try and get going again. A lot of people are using them to make sure which ones are the best ones actually for the copy link service, which ones are the ones that are stable over long periods of time. And you can find a lot more about that on our website again here, where you either go to the Profit Retriever Trading. If you want to trade this one yourself, you'll find a lot of videos in there covering that, or you can go to the copy link trading on the other side here, where basically we can trade for you, or other traders also have links in there that you can then enjoy and use. Let's go and have a look at the Trade Explorer. Also here again, week 39 was the last one we had a look at, and it was a really good week of $904 on the 22 pairs. 10 pairs did $1,106. And then since then, things have calmed down a bit again, which is quite normal for the Trade Explorer. Week 40, we saw 0.8% on the 22 pair, a bit higher on the 10 pair, 1.7%. They are following each other pretty much all the way through, and I'll show you that in a second. The Trade Explorer, again here for week 41, was very low for the 22 pair, only $95. 10 pair did $287. And then once again, a bit more stable profits for both of them in week 42, 203 or 1.2%. 10 pair one did $164 or 1.0%. So again, it is ticking in nicely all the time. So let's have a look at the graph itself. This is the 22 pair account that we have. You can see that the history now goes back 158 days. Weekly returns 2.5%, monthly returns 10.7%. And don't forget, we are not increasing the lot size. We are keeping it the same way because it's on the copy link service also. So we are not changing it. The account that we started off with the Trade Explorer is 10,000. And as you can see on the right hand side of the screen here, we are cashing in quite nicely. The last one we have for last week is $203. So that is looking pretty okay, as you just saw. The second one is the 10 pair account, where we basically ended up having a bit of a crash. So this was back in July. Quite a big crash, and shortly after we actually put it on the copy link service. But if you have stuck around with us since then, you will have now seen that we have made this back up and then some. So really great to see. But back on the 30th of July, we managed to lose $2,662. And then from there on, things have been clawed backwards slowly but surely. In September, we had that $1,106, as you saw here just before. Since then, cashing in okay. This week was not impressive, $164, but then again, we are moving in the right direction, and that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Now, you can find a lot more details, again, regarding the Trade Explorer in our latest videos on that, where we also joined the Expert Forex. So it means that, again, these two signals that you are seeing currently, you can go and find them on the Expert Forex homepage on the copy link service. And you can link up to that particular one here, also if you want to make an extra buck or two. Now, we have obviously also started some testing for the Wave Forex Liberator. In here, these are the latest EAs that Alex has changed a bit. We have the Wave Forex Liberator, and we also have the RSI. This particular one, I just took it off the MQL5 because this is one of the best platforms to actually have a look at the individual drawdowns. And if we have a look at it, you can see that over here you have the signals. So again, New Zealand US dollars in this particular case here. You have the growth of 4%, which might look a bit low, but we are actually using this for the FTMO part, and balance. All of them is $10,000 accounts. You can see they are 8-9 weeks old. And then the amount of trades that are put in here, not many trades actually happening on the Aussie Swiss francs. But these again have been changed in the past week, as we always do. We try to get them updated to make sure that they are profitable. New Zealand USD, we can see the drawdown up at 10%. So obviously we have dialed that one down a bit. We can see that the US Japanese growth was only 2% and the drawdown 0. So we have dialed that one up. And then you can see some of the other ones here, Aussie Swiss francs, Aussie USD. Drawdowns are both in 3%. So pretty okay, and it's now that we don't have the time limitations on the FTMO accounts or the basically different types of accounts from all the companies here for proprietary trading, then you can now take your sweet time, even though obviously you won't make as much money, but at least you won't blow your accounts. Euro Swiss francs 5%, one of the best ones, and currently draw down about 4%. So again, trying to aim for about 3 to make sure that we have a bit of safety margin. And again, safety margin on the last one, Euro Great British Pounds, we went over that slightly, 6%. So again, small adjustments, and hopefully we will then be able to find some good levels. Now, when the signals come out, you can obviously use them in different ways, shapes, and forms, either to set up for your own FTMO trial or test account here, or you can simply just trade it with your own money. You can add the individual accounts to and from, so that is why we have taken them as individuals instead of trading a lot of different currency pairs at the same time. We want to optimize all of them or stabilize them as much as possible, and then from there on you can pick and choose and use the FX Blue copy service to basically merge them together, or you can go through Expert Forex copy link service and you can merge them together there too. There is 2 different options in here. So now that we are talking about Alex and Expert Forex, there is some news coming out from Alex. It came out actually just the last couple of days. They have stopped promoting the FTMO accounts and trading, although the group that he is currently mentoring with traders have 100% success rate with the trading. They realize that the FTMO accounts are not suitable for the link account service. So they are now in the suspended section for their website itself. And if you are wondering where that is basically the screenshot that you go in here. So again, you go to the copy link service, and then just above the accounts you can link to, there is suspended parts. So you can go in, you can still use them. But as always, it is obviously at your own risk at the end of the day. And that's what we had for you in this week's news report. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope you liked that we are trying to catch up again here on everything that is happening on our different investments. So please give us a comment, a like, and hopefully I will see you sometime next week again or on one of my other videos. So take care. Bye-bye.
I hope you enjoyed our news report. So please don't forget to like and add your comment below, as we would love to get your feedback. But before you go, make sure you subscribe to the channel and don't forget to keep the notification bell turned on. That way, you will never miss any of our future videos. We hope to see you back on this channel very soon.